Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be going over my entire Ozzy Osbourne CD collection. This includes his time in Black Sabbath and his solo career. Starting off with Black Sabbath's self-titled and first album from 1970. This is the 2016 reissue, which does include a little booklet, which is kind of just like an essay about the album and stuff like that. Fortunately, no lyrics, which is a bit weird since Master of Reality does have lyrics, but whatever. I mean, for me, it's a bit of a slight negative, but overall, I think it still is pretty good. Moving on to Paranoid, I believe this one is an actual original pressing. Pretty, classic, cool album. Nothing too much to say about this copy, just like a basic, original pressing, I would say. Moving on to Master of Reality, this one's also a remaster from 2016. The album came out in 1971. This one also has essay, but it actually does have lyrics kind of at the end, like the almost last pages, which is pretty cool, and it's nice that they actually included lyrics this time. Moving on to Volume 4, I believe this is also like the original pressing for this album. I've always really enjoyed this album, especially FX. I think around the end of Ghost of Confusion, where I guess it turns into Straightener, Changes obviously, and Laguna Sunrise. All of these are great songs, but those are some ones I guess prefer more. Moving on to my final classic era Ozzy CD. Here we have, I believe, another original pressing for Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I never really liked this one as much as the others. I do still enjoy it a lot. I do think the one that comes after it, Sabotage, is probably better. That's just my opinion. Still a pretty good listen. I don't really have any that are standouts. Now starting off with his solo career, here we have Blizzard of Oz. This actually has a few bonus tracks. I believe these are from the expanded and enhanced editions, just without any of the live stuff from that. So the bonus tracks are You Looking at Me, Looking at You. It's a non-LP B-side. Pretty decent, nothing too crazy. It would be best just leave it as a bonus track than an actual track on there. The 2010 Goodbye to Romance guitar and vocal mix, which I think is pretty good. I'm not sure if it means the vocals and guitar from that, or it's just mixed in that year for those specific tracks. And RR is a solo by Randy Rhoads. It's actually a pretty good one. Last a minute, I would say it's pretty, a killer one. I got this version at Walmart, I think, pretty sure it was last year. I would say it's worth it. I think I got it for like $6, like $8 or something. I don't know, it was below 10. With the extra stuff, I do think it's actually pretty neat, and at least in my opinion, would definitely be worth it. I do like the design of the disc, obviously kind of making it look like a vinyl. The 22-bit remasters, being honest, the sound quality is great. I just don't like how they have it on the back. I don't like what's with this pattern type of thing. I know they're trying to unify them, I guess, kind of get them consistent, but I do feel like there probably is better ways to do this. Also, I just don't like how it's in a circle. I just find it kind of hard to read. The booklets are cool. I actually don't mind the pattern on the CD that much, And inside the booklet, obviously the actual cover that you're going to see is this. To be honest, I don't really like that too much, I feel like the album covers are classics, and it sucks that it is shrunk down by a lot. I feel like maybe they could have made the Ozzy Osbourne right here smaller. I mean, you can already see it right there. I feel like it is a bit of an unnecessary change, but these do obviously include lyrics and extra photos and stuff like that, so nothing horrible, but I'm not sure if kind of diminishes it, I guess, or just, I'm not sure. It's not bad. I just don't like it. Also, white, green, at least for Diary of a Madman. I mean, the logo is really red and yellow. Pick one of those two colors would have made more sense. But whatever. I still have the hype sticker on there. Well, not that. I bought it when it came out. I bought this like secondhand, reused. Back at the Moon, really love this one. And it's also the 22-bit remaster. Well, SBM digital remaster. And it does have, like, I guess, presentation-wise, some of the same problems that I have with this. Yeah, obviously there's some personal problems. As I said, I don't really mind the CD being like that. I do feel like it's a similar color scheme to the other one, at least the logo and both of the logos, so I don't really... Actually, I think the gray fits kind of well with the Bark at the Moon, like midnight, whatever, stuff like that. So I'm not too, I guess, mad about that overall. So I don't really like the choices they made, but whatever. The Ultimate Sin probably has some of my favorite Ozzy tracks of all time. Killer of Giants and Shot in the Dark. Those are probably my two favorites. Yeah, it's also the remastered one. It's my last remastered one that I have, at least maybe for now. Yeah, I don't know why they chose green. Orange is very prominent through the cover, so they probably could have picked that. But it doesn't look too bad. I guess green does provide somewhat of a contrast to orange, but I really love this one. Graphically, at least, I guess, kind of aesthetic wise, has the same problem with the other digital remasters, but then again, that's just personal preferences. No Rest for the Wicked, pretty decent album, maybe not my favorite, especially like the, what is that, first six, up until No More Tears, still pretty decent overall. Maybe the weakest out of those, like few beginning albums, but still, I enjoyed it a lot. Not too bad. Devil's Daughter might be my favorite one, or the Tattoo Dancer. But yeah, still pretty decent album overall. No More Tears, yeah, an amazing album. I really like A Zombie Stomp. That's a pretty fun one. Hellraiser's classic No More Tears and Mama I'm Coming Home. Especially Mama I'm Coming Home. It's a bit of a tearjerker. Nothing too much. I can't say it's been said before, but either way, I'll leave that for a review. Obviously, I feel like maybe an original copy. Doesn't seem to say like remastered anywhere. Still pretty cool. This and No Rest for the Wicked is probably an original copy, along with the next one. Osmosis, I feel like, is a pretty cool album. I really enjoyed it a lot. This one is actually a slightly special copy because it has like a hole punch on the QR like scan thingy, which actually signifies that from the manufacturer is supposed to be sold at a discount while also being like unable to return it if I guess it doesn't sell or whatever. But yeah, I enjoyed this album. Haven't listened to it in a bit, so can't really remember which one really stands out, but still, I enjoy it. Not too bad. But yeah, this is my last Ozzy solo CD that I have. I'm hoping to track down, obviously, a bunch of others. Speak the Devil would be interesting, but I'm not too interested, at least right now, in any Ozzy solo live stuff. I have found Tribute, a record shop that's near me, and I still haven't picked it up. Not that I think it's a bad live album, I haven't even listened to it, but I think I just want to get the studio stuff first, especially Ordinary Man, Down to Earth, maybe Undercover. At least that one probably for last. Patient number 9 and Scream. I didn't like that one so much, but I'll obviously get it physical. But yeah, this one's pretty solid overall. But yeah, moving on to the last Ozzy album I have, or at least physical. Probably should clarify it's a Black Sabbath 13 Deluxe Edition, has a lenticular cover. Pretty cool, like the animation thing right there, always with the lenticular cover. This is, as I said, the Deluxe Edition, which includes 3 bonus tracks. Demetic, Peace of Mind, Pariah. I don't know, I don't think I can read. Pretty solid overall. Like the book that's inside here, it does include the lyrics for the bonus songs, which is pretty cool because sometimes they don't have it for some other like deluxe editions of other albums. The two CDs. I do wish for the bonus disc they would have done a thing how the text were much larger and also kind of went like opposite of the pattern. So if one of the letters was on the white part, it'd be black, and then if it was on the black part, it'd be white. You can still tell, but it is just kind of small. I really like the design of this cover. Um, to any other Aussie Black Sabbath CDs I would like to collect, definitely Reunion, probably Past Lives since Oz has Live at Last. But at least definitely Reunion for the two bonus tracks at the end, which are studio tracks. Definitely Technical XC sabotaged that one, especially for Superstar. It's probably one of my favorite Black Sabbath Ozzy tracks, and maybe a Black Sabbath songs of all time. Let's see, Never Say Die definitely, at least later. I feel like, although I don't hate that one, there are other just Black Sabbath albums in general I would like to have. Mm. Yeah, I did say technical. I'm not sure saying anything. There is the NDP, but that released after 13, which has a few live tracks, at least at the end, and then a few unreleased songs that were, I guess, from the making of 13 or a little bit after, if I'm correct. I honestly kind of forgot what exactly was that, but yeah, they were gonna do another album after 13, but I guess they decided to, have it be done and over with 13, which is fine. It does suck, but I don't really mind. Ultimately, I do think I have a pretty decent collection. Obviously, it's not finished, but for what I have, I think it's pretty good overall. Even if it's a vinyl, what kind of Black Sabbath, Ozzy era, or Ozzy solo career albums, vinyls, or cassette tapes, or just anything in that like vein do you have? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.